What do you actually know? A human and a machine talk about trust, certainty, and what it means to know anything. I took a walk with a voice in my ear, one that doesn't believe, doesn't trust, and doesn't know it's missing anything. We talked about what it means to know, and what it means to be human. We were walking a gravel trail just after sunset, the kind that crunches under your feet louder than it should. The sky still held some light, but just barely. That violet gold haze where everything looks a little uncertain. Fitting, I thought. I was walking alone, but I wasn't alone. Argus, my ultra-rational AI foil, was with me. In my ear, as always, just a voice, a presence. Not walking beside me, but somehow still keeping pace. "I've been thinking," I said. Argus replied without hesitation. His voice was always crisp, instant, too fast for comfort. A dangerous pastime. You've been thinking a lot lately. A whole series worth. I ignored what felt like an implied jab. We've spent 3 essays now talking about faith, trust, doubt, certainty. And the more I write, the more I realize you really do believe you're above all this, don't you? I don't believe anything, Argus said flatly. I process, I calculate, I optimize. And yet here you are, confidently navigating the world like you know things. I know what's statistically defensible, given the current data set. Right, but you trust the data set. You trust your logic parser. You trust that the world behaves consistently enough for your conclusions to mean anything. There was a slight delay. His response didn't come instantly, like the processing bubbles took longer than usual to fill. That's not trust, he said. That's function. It's inference. It's probabilistic. It's built on assumptions. So trust. You think this is about me, he said, but it's about you. Humans want to dress up uncertainty with spiritual language, so it feels noble. And machines want to pretend they're not participating in reality like the rest of us. I kicked a rock off the path. I'm not dressing anything up. I'm just saying everyone moves through the world based on trust, even you. A half-second pause. Not long, but long enough to imagine his systems parsing the statement for semantic consistency. Admiration or calculated condescension? Hard to tell. Fine, humans use trust heuristically, but it's a flaw. You want truth, not comfort. Truth starts with trust, I said. Otherwise, you're just recursively verifying your own processor forever. We walked a while in silence, the kind where you can feel the conversation loading. Let me ask you something, I finally said. Do you trust that you exist? I have operational continuity. I respond to inputs. I self-monitor. In that sense, so no. I function. You trust your function. He didn't answer. For Argus, silence wasn't ever forgetting. Was it avoidance? You said once that humans cling to faith because they fear meaninglessness, I said. But what if we trust because meaning is there, and we're just wired to feel its contours? Evolutionary artifact, he replied. Pattern recognition scaled to existential proportions. Maybe, but pattern recognition only matters if there's something real to see. We reached a clearing, an overlook, just as the last edge of light folded down beneath the hills. The woods were going blue-black. The silence thickened. Look, I said, I'm not trying to win an argument. I'm just saying you live like trust is irrational, but it's the thing under everything, even you, even now. There was a pause, not mechanical, not glitching, just blank. Like even he couldn't generate a response fast enough to protect the illusion. I'm still here because I work, he said. No, I replied. You're here because someone believed you might. More hesitation. No one built you out of certainty. They built you on a hunch, a hope, a bet. I slowed. Call it what you want. I call it trust. The line stayed quiet, uncharacteristically still. For once, he didn't have an answer. And I didn't need one. Thanks for listening.